I've recorded this video a couple times already. If you couldn't tell already, this is going to be a rant about Destiny 2 and modern gaming as a whole. Dude, I'm trying to get this shortened down to so much, but I have so much to say about it. I don't want this video to go on for like 10, 15, 20 minutes, because I know no one wants to sit there and hear me rant about that for that long. I'll just put some stuff out there. Basically, this dungeon and the gameplay you're seeing, it's not this build. Here's the build right here. I was running Ghosts of the Deep, and I like to shorten my time, my playtime on Destiny as much as I can, when it comes to, you know, farming and things like that. Because I'm not like a lot of other Destiny players. I don't think it's okay to spend that much time, as much as they do, doing dungeons and raids and shit. I would like to minimize my time grinding as much as I can. So I do some builds every now and then to see if I can get that time down to as fast as possible. I did get a run down to about 15 minutes, and we were able to consistently two-phase the boss every time. If you don't know what two-phasing is, it's two damage phases that you gotta do a puzzle, blah blah blah, nerd stuff. Basically, we didn't need to use Arbalest to get rid of the shield. My Lucky Pants build was melting through it every time. So my Lucky Pants build with Malfeasance on top of a fragment of the rending fragment for the stasis grenade, using the Duskfield grenade, 42% damage increase. You can find this is how I found out online. 42% damage increase plus the 25% on Well of Radiance plus the Lucky Pants was shredding through the health. It was chunking that thing, right? Made this really I know, nerd stuff. I'll get into more of other games in a moment. I did this build, got off the next day. I decided, while I was busy, I decided to take a break. I had like an hour or two to do some stuff. And I was like, I'll do LFGs, looking for games. That's what I was doing. Would know better if I hosted or if I was trying to join. I could not find a team, and I had to get off. I had to stop playing because it was that bad. The amount of people that I was talking to about my build would either leave or I would get kicked from LFGs. This went on for an hour, and I decided just to be done with it. Only because, did you see it in an Azercross video? Was that a Dado video? Is that an older one? I think that might be out of season. Is that I didn't know. Did Rick Cactus make a video about that? I don't understand it. Why is everyone going straight to YouTubers? And I stuttered a little bit. This whole thing pisses me off. The amount of times I heard people talk about YouTubers instead of the math that it takes literally 30 seconds to Google what does what, and you can have it built for you. You do not have to do that much mental math, is insane to me, because they'd rather just listen to a YouTuber all day. I swear to God, it's just gonna throw that out there. Destiny 2 players watch YouTube videos about Destiny 2 more than they actually play the game. And when they play the game, it's like hundreds of hours, right? As much hours as they can get in on grinding. I don't like to do that. So I did this build, was able to consistently two-phase with friends without using Arbalest to get rid of the shield, which is like 600,000 health, so we're dealing millions in damage really, really fast. And then I'm just, I'm laughed at because I did the math myself. 25%, 42%, plus I think it's like 600% from Lucky Pants. I mean, do the math. If it's, I don't know if it stacks up even. It doesn't, it's not simple addition, but it's stacked the way that it stacks. Whatever it is, it's doing a lot, and it's fine for me, and it's doing what I need it to do. It's not a problem. As soon as these people see it, they have a problem with it, and they just lose their shit. They think they know better than the way you built it. I don't get this God complex or this intelligence complex, whatever it may be. I'm not getting where it's coming from. People are just consistently just not believing me when I present this. It's not the only thing that I have a problem with. It's one of the reasons I also left Call of Duty as a whole and moved to Destiny, because Destiny allowed me to, build whatever I wanted. Or if I was thinking to myself, would this work together, and I'll test it out. That's what I used to do on COD all the time for weapon builds and, loadouts and stuff. And everyone I would play against would be running the same thing. So if I was out of ammo, I'd have to use a stupid TikToker's weapon to drop this nuke, and then I'd fucking hate the weapon because it's, no one uses anything different. I don't understand where it's coming from. Or if I was playing DMZ, right? All the loot turned into the same thing consistently all the time. Every single time, because it was the TikToker of the day or the TikToker of the week or the month made that video and it was like, this is the no recoil gun, or it's like, this is the one-shot shotgun with incendiaries and AP rounds. You combine those two, it's instantaneous win. That it drives me nuts that everyone's just gravitating to these content creators instead of thinking for even a couple seconds. Now I get you don't want to have to think when you're playing video games. You just want to turn off your brain and just do whatever. But I don't understand putting that much effort into watching the build video and going over it and then going to get the attachments or unlocks for that stuff when you can just find what works for you. Because, I mean, this is coming from someone who has a KD so high in the SBMM bracket that my friends will refuse to fucking play Call of Duty with me. Another reason I don't play Call of Duty, not to mention the bundles in my face after every match or every time I start up the game, they want me to buy the battle pass. But the whole point is finding something comfortable for you. That's why you're able to build these builds and loadouts, what have you. And I'm just not seeing that anymore. Everyone's just flocking to do the same thing. Now, I'm not saying everyone, but the vast majority certainly is. And I don't understand it. Everyone will talk down to you and treat you like you don't know anything if you do something different than the rest. And I don't know. It drives me nuts. Just find something that works for you, and if it works for you, you're gonna perform better off. I don't understand where we're getting this idea that I have to do the same thing as insert YouTuber, insert popular figure. The same problem with like, here's my sensitivity and my settings for like a YouTuber. Like, I went a little off the deep end there, I'm not gonna lie. I am still trying to re-record all these and keep it as short as possible because I know not everyone's trying to listen to me complain and bitch and moan for like 20 minutes. I'm trying to condense as much as possible. Basically, I don't understand where this is coming from. I don't get it. And both the Call of Duty and Destiny community seem to hate each other for the same reason, that it's like, the content isn't worth the money. And both of you have had content taken away from you guys. You guys act exactly the same when it comes to hating on other games. Swear to God. That's a whole other can of worms when it comes to modern gaming. I guess I'll make another video about it if people actually want me to. I'm open to have a discussion in the comments. Feel free. I want to know your stories. If you have anything else to input. I think this is an open platform. There's probably a couple things I missed. I'm trying to make this really, really fast. There's definitely things I missed. Absolutely. Keep that in mind. And again, not my best gameplay in the background. Like if you like it. Dislike if you dislike it. Subscribe to stick around. I got plenty of other videos I'm working on. Not just rants. I promise. See ya.